Marcus Snaggins. When you think about the Somerville Sunflowers pitching rotation, you think about Morgan Woodstock, the starting pitcher, the ace on the mound. You also think about number 2 in the rotation, Kit Schmidt.
Yeah.
You don't often think about the number 3 in the rotation, Marcus Snaggins. So, Marcus, in a sentence, why don't you describe your Blittle League experience thus far?
I would say it's been overwhelming, except it kind of hasn't, because I haven't really been on a lot of mysteries.
Yeah, it's you think about Zlobs and Darby and Morgan and Mindy, and you know what they do, and you're pretty sure Zlobs has traveled through time. You know that Darby can fly. Morgan knows everyone and also can throw lightning. Mindy, you're pretty sure knows what you're thinking all the time. And even the shadows, they're all cool, interesting, unique. And then there's kind of you, and everyone's kind of in orbit of you, and it's like you're looking at constellations in the sky from the surface of the earth.
Yeah.
But this is the time in one's life where big changes start to happen, and you start to figure out your place in the world. The moment, unbeknownst to you, Marcus, that Darby, Mindy, Morgan, and Zlobs punched a hole from one version of hell into another, something very strange and very dramatic happened to you. Where were you when this strange and dramatic thing happened?
I was in the backyard trying to work on my split finger fastball, seeing if I could get a little more zip on it. Maybe I could add that. That could be my thing. Maybe they'd call me Zips instead of Snags,
Right.
So it was with a big bag of Blazeballs, just giving them a huck.
What do you throw against? What's the target? Is it one of those kind of trampoline, kind of pitch returners? Are you throwing against an old tree? Are you throwing against the side of the house? What are you doing?
Oh, it's our house is like old, like a garage. It's kind of like aluminum siding, but Dad had us put up like wooden planks because the clanging was getting really noisy. And on it, I've painted a little like a little bullseye that kind of looks like a glove. So just you're winging them against the side of the house against this target.
So that strange and dramatic thing that I referenced happened in the middle of you doing this.
Yeah.
That strange and dramatic thing was, again, unbeknownst to you, your demonic essence manifesting.
What?
So, Marcus Snaggins, what did it look like when your demonic blood began coursing through your veins?
Well, I almost didn't notice it because I was really trying to put all the pieces together for that roundabout, that motion that carries through the ball. But on the step back, I thought, I've got this, because I almost feel weightless. I feel like the air is moving with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I came forward like it was in slow motion. And when the ball left my finger, it felt like a snap, like a crackle in the air when it came off. And it backed against the wood. And then the ball split in half. And I looked down, and there were threads, sinew from the Blaseball hanging from razor sharp claws.
Zlobs, it's time to show that picture if you got it handy.
Sure. Let me just share it. Great. Oh, that's a cash sheet. Oh, wait, don't look. That's a cash sheet. Nope. Hold on. I'm a professional.
Forbidden knowledge.
Yeah, don't look at that. I mean, actually, that's public knowledge. All right, here we are. This is my first time seeing this. This is Marcus Snaggins. Oh, baby.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at those blood claws. Oh my god. Of course, made by the Slorthub's own K. Oh, fresh off the press. Somerville Sunflower, third stringer. Marcus Snaggins. Look at that little tail.
That leaf tail.
Little leaf tail. Oh my god. Stop.
Still getting used to the tail.
Stop. It's like a little spindly tail. Oh my.
Oh, Marcus.
Marcus, what was the conversation with your parents like after this happened?
Dad! Dad! I split a baseball in half. I split a baseball in half. I got these things. Why do I feel so balanced? Is that tail, Dad? Dad, what's happening to me? I'm kind of scared.
What's your dad's name?
Joseph.
Strong name.
Joseph Snaggins, your father, looks at you and gives you a hug. And he just keeps saying, "It's okay. Everything is okay. I love you. I'm proud of you. And everything is okay. Everything is okay."
I love you too, Dad.
Okay.
I threw it really, really hard.
I know.
It's never snapped like that before.
I know. Is your mother home right now?
No, she's out getting groceries.
Okay.
She usually does it because Dad always messes up the order. He always gets like the wrong kind of hamburger buns.
Mm-hmm. Regardless of how detailed the list is, there's always like one or two very notable errors. Your dad takes your hand.
Dad, careful.
Yep. It's okay. You feel very balanced right now, right?
Yeah, actually.
There's a little oscillating fan, a little desktop oscillating fan in the kitchen. Your kitchen's just not very well ventilated, so this moves the air around. So it's always on.
Mm-hmm.
And just so much of the memories of like meals at the kitchen table, just it's that every 5 seconds you feel the breeze of the fan as it oscillates just kind of this way and then this way.
Yeah, I used to like to move my chair a little bit more. So instead of every 5, it would be every 4 and 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, closer to the edge.
Yeah.
And your father tells you to just focus on the breeze. Focus on the breeze. And after, like, he just keeps repeating it. And after, I don't know, some number of seconds or minutes, you stop feeling the breeze. And you are aware of that. And your dad is aware that you are aware of that. And it's at that moment that he grabs you and leaps vertically 15 feet through your ceiling.
What?
What?
More on that later.
No, wait, are we flying? Or are we just at the ark?
Yeah, you and your dad and eventually your mom have much to discuss. Also, at around this moment, in a room that none of you have ever been in, a pair of silver scales tilt out of balance, and a man you have never seen looks up from a book, looks at the scales, and then quickly leaves the room. Anyway, tomorrow
excuse me.
Tomorrow is an away game against the Cambridge Carnations. You play them twice a summer since they're your rivals.
Mm-hmm.
And Marcus, your mom and your dad drop you off at Longstalk Field for the kind of the afternoon practice before the game. What's your mom's name?
Diana.
So Joseph and Diana Snaggins unlock the back door, and they both turn around and in kind of a comforting unison say, "Have fun out there."
Okay, Mom. Okay, Dad. Hey, Mom, Dad, do I need to hide the tail? Do I need to tuck it in?
Your mom and dad kind of share a look, and then your mom says, "Well, it's whatever you think is best. There are no wrong answers out there, especially if they're your friends."
Oh, okay. I'll leave it tucked in for now, but I might bring it out later, so so I can have more balance.
Yeah.
Okay. Love you, Mom.
Love you too. Oh yeah, love you too, buddy.
Okay. I'll see you.
And off you go. And you get out of the car just as Zlobs, Darby, and Morgan,
as soon as he gets out of the car, Zlobs is kind of flying because Darby has the end of his chain is flying Zlobs in. And he's going, ah!
Yeah,
like as soon as he closes
Darby,
the door.
you and Zlobs take a shortcut because traffic getting here was terrible. In fact, it was like that for you too, Marcus. So Morgan, Ryan is driving you in his car, and you hit every light, and there were detours, and the whole time he was humming a song and laughing about the new T-shirt he had screen printed, which said, "Go to heck," in parentheses, "I've been there, it's great." And so all of you, like the four of you, kind of get into the little parking lot / turnaround behind the backstop, more or less at the same time.
I have to ask: Does Ryan customize his horn for moods? Like, what's his horn playing right now?
It's playing the laugh at the end of Thriller.
the Vincent Price, like
The Vincent. That's also good.
Oh my goodness.
And so all of you are there, and Marcus, Zlobs, Darby, and Morgan are your teammates. You have sat on the bench with them. You know them, and you know of them. Yeah. But it's one of those things where you've given them in the past a fairly wide berth. It's like, sharing. It's like being in line with a celebrity at Starbucks. You don't want to bother them unless you have to. However, I don't know, something between what happened the other day and today has, I don't know, flipped a couple of switches in the old mind. And now the four of you are standing and kind of waiting to join the rest of your teammates, most of whom are already here. And yeah, normally Darby, Zlobs, Morgan, Marcus was on the team last year too. You're all in your second year. But yeah, Marcus was always, it was a hello, good game kind of relationship. But like he would kind of make it his business to kind of trot out to wherever he needed to be. But not right now.
I spent a lot of time in the pinball cart when for the birthday party. That was where I spent.
Yeah, he was on that train.
I saw you come through, and it was neat to see you. But
yeah, a lot of back and forth, a lot of moving between train cars. But you were shooting for a high score.
Literally every single time I passed by Snaggins, whether I was rushing to get to the white chandelier room or just casually walking by, I would point to Marcus and go, "Snags."
But yeah, the four of you are just kind of taking a moment. Zlobs, Darby, Morgan, I don't know. It's like that's Marcus. That's Snag. That's
Hey, Snags.
That's the third pitcher. But yeah, here he is.
Thanks.
Snags.
He's next.
Snacks.
Morgan. Hey, Darby.
Snacks.
Yeah. I mean, if you want it could be Snag, because I know Zlobs is your thing.
Yeah.
And if you don't want me to put an S on the end of it.
No, I like it.
whatever.
It has good mouthfeel. I would say it's probably the best name to say on your team. Snacks. Snacks. Snacks.
Okay.
You've
Growing
activated this.
on me.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm in the Snags loop again. It's so funny. It's so good.
Don't worry, I know how to get him out of it. I'm gonna toss Zlobs a Blaseball as fast as I can go.
Oh, thank you. That works every time. And I throw the Blaseball back to Morgan.
Darby, you're getting a read here.
Yeah. Something's different about Marcus.
Yeah, Snags, what's up? Like he's what?
Oh.
Darcy.
Like he's like, I feel like we're related or something, but that's not
What?
possible. Maybe
There's
you just look like. Does he look like Declan? What's happening?
I lean in. It's like, I think Snags has more freckles.
Yeah.
That happens
Darby.
when it gets really bright and sunny out. It's warmer here. Like, is it warmer here today? Where did you all? What did everyone get up to over the weekend?
Oh my goodness.
He's talking more. He's seeing what's going on.
Shy
you
Snags
want a
is like
mystery?
opening up. All right.
Were you on a mystery? I've always wanted to go on one of the big mysteries you guys go on.
Yeah, we went to hell. It was pretty cool. Well, we went to 2 hells. That was really cool.
Darcy, what are you noticing?
Oh, nothing. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just really glad that you're opening up, Snags. That's all.
Zlobs.
Yes, I think I'm really excited. I think I've got a hold on a new pitch. I think it's gonna give me a chance to see some more games here.
Oh,
I don't know if Coach Martinez has chosen who's gonna pitch against the Carnations. But I don't know. I don't know. I might have I don't want to overstep my bounds, but I might have a shot.
I don't want to criticize, but a curveball every time ruins the surprise of a curveball.
I mean,
Darby
it's
as Snags plays with the ball, you see like an old pencil sharpener, one of the old rotating ones in school. Thin little wisps of ball are just kind of falling out of his hands.
All right. Well, why don't you show me? Why don't you show me your pitch? I put down my catcher mask and I get my catcher stance.
Yeah. Okay.
2d6 plus weird for this one.
I'm gonna the whole time that Marcus is doing it, I'm gonna be like trying to like subtly give tips. Like, all right, so this is how you do it.
Things split this. I've okay. 10.
Something vaguely impossible happens, which so when you throw a Blaseball, every Blaseball has movement on it, and movement is really, if you draw a straight line from the release point of your hand to the glove, that's a straight line, super taut. Any variance off that line is movement. Now, there are some pitches that are called kind of rising fastballs, and they don't really rise because that's impossible. Rising fastballs just mean that they don't move off that line as much as you think they are, so it looks like they're floating. What Snags just threw literally rose a foot from where he threw it. Like you had to stand and catch it. Like there was a banana bend to the pitch.
What kind of pitch was that?
Oh, it's a 6 to 12. It's like a curveball, but in reverse.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
people go to-
Well, that's cool.
people go
Yeah,
to-
you usually it's like left, right, up, down. That's cool. Yeah, throw me another one. That was fun.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if I can. Let's see if I can.
Morgan never does
Yeah.
that.
Morgan, you're watching Snags and Zlobs toss it around. And Morgan, it is possible for you to throw a pitch like this if you juice it full of electrical energy and start, playing with physics and static electricity. Like if you play in a rain game and start throwing electrified balls, like weird movement happens. But Marcus Snaggins is about as unremarkable a pitcher as you've ever seen. And all of a sudden, he's throwing balls that look hollow and off balance.
Stop it. Stop throwing the ball. What are you
Fun.
Snags, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Just
what did you do? What are you doing differently? What's different about you? What's going on? Talk to me.
Oh, I just I guess I found a way to get a little more twist on the ball, like a little more grip.
No.
Snags.
No. I'm not.
Snag.
It's not glue. It's not glue. It's not. No. It's just. I know what you're thinking. I didn't cheat. This is just. I've been practicing a lot in the backyard against the wood.
Can I discern
Snags.
realities?
It's-
Sorry. Go ahead, Darcy.
Can.
Go ahead, Darcy. While I'm discerning realities.
It's becoming pretty clear to me, I'll say, what kind of energy is coming off of Marcus. So just want to say, Snags.
Yeah, Darby.
We won't tell anyone, and it's okay. You can tell us what's going on.
Morgan, 2d6 plus sharp.
5.
Well, you can get the free question.
Okay. What magic was done here?
So it's weird, right? Because this isn't really magic, but there is where there was once nothing on the piece of paper, there is now something. And it's as plain as like normally if you look at something like the magic, it's literally as if someone wrote down what the magical effect was and held it up on paper. With Snags, you can't read the writing. It looks like someone scribbled on the paper, but you know something is there.
I got you.
Yeah, the Snags that's standing in front of you is a new friend.
Aha! I figured it out. I figured it out, everyone. We should call the new pitch going up like an elevator.
That's a good idea, Zlobs.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I puzzled that for a while.
Yeah, Darby, you kind of like as Zlobs is determining pitch names and Morgan is kind of giving Marcus the eyeball, you kind of walk
Hey,
forward.
what about high noon? Because it's at 12 o'clock.
High noon, so good. Okay, yeah. That's great branding.
Hey, Marcus. Snags.
Yeah.
So I can tell that you don't want people to know,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that you're like me. Just a
Well.
little different, right?
I guess a little 6 to 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of going the other way.
Hot to cold.
Okay.
We're two sides of the same coin, okay, Marcus?
Okay. Mom says that that you're my friends and I should trust my friends. So, okay. It's
Hey,
hard.
Morgan. I'm sorry.
Hey, Zlobs, what's up?
Hey, they're meeting, so I want to meet with you too.
Yeah. Do you understand what's happening? I think something's up.
Snags got good.
One night.
I know.
I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I got these powers, right? Like
You just awoke.
yeah, like all of a sudden, mom and dad were surprised, but not like real surprised. Like I was really surprised. I was kind of scared, but we talked about it, and it's just for me, for the Snaggins is it's just a part of growing up.
Hey, Zlobs.
Yeah. It was 5
Yeah.
pieces at once. It was amazing.
Yeah, I know. I stop talking about. Look, oh god, god.
Do you feel like you can? So I think when this happens, sometimes it can be sort of hard to control. Like, do you feel like you can control like your pitches?
Kind of. I did break a roof shingle once. It slipped out of my hand. Oh, also I tried to throw one, like give it like a single finger fastball, and the ball stuck onto my hand. So I'm still working that out. But
Well, you probably have to figure out like your filing regimen and stuff too. But I don't know anything about that.
And I don't know if it we haven't had a lot of chance to talk about it, Mom and Dad and me. I know that in time it will get stronger, and I need to be strong, not just of arm, but of heart and mind.
Yes.
So that's what my parents said. Heart and mind. It's important to have it all together. But
That's
it
some good
is
ones.
really exciting. It feels right. It feels right, and it feels good to say that it feels right.
Zlobs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can throw that kind of thing too. You know.
Yeah, but you
so
never done it
impressed.
before. I
I
just
know,
really like it.
'cause
I don't think you're a lock in for tomorrow. I'm just gonna say it.
I can do that kind of
I
stuff.
don't think
just choose
I
not
never
to.
seen you do
I
it. I
choose
just
not
you
to.
say you don't
I
use
choose
magic.
to
I'm
not
just
use
saying.
magic.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying
use
we
magic,
we need
use
to have
magic.
tricks.
I
We need to have
respect it very
we need to have a
much.
trick. I want
It's
to beat
just-
this. I would.
Don't mind them.
I want to beat the Carnation, and I think having a good trick is gonna help us.
Snags, if there's no more powerful duo on the team than the two of us now, I'll tell you that.
Oh man.
I know there's no more powerful duo than me and you, Morgan, on this team.
Okay. That's all I need
But
to hear.
sometimes you gotta.
I just need to hear that. Okay.
Well, okay, but sometimes you maybe want to see other pitchers.
Excuse me?
Oh, did you just slap me?
I did.
Ow!
I
sure
walk
you don't?
away. And I
You
go
probably
over
shouldn't
to
slap
Darcy.
anyone.
I
though.
walk away
Okay,
too.
Snags.
Oh no.
Yeah, you both walk away over to
I'm still
Darcy.
working out how to do the high fives, because I think we're going to be getting some, because I really like our chances this season.
So with egos slightly bruised and a dramatic change in one of your fellow pitchers, you all actually now walk onto Longstock Field, the field of play. And what does Coach Martinez have you do? What's the exercise?
Oh, laps.
Like,
So many laps. It's
Yeah.
always laps.
Nonstop.
And she
Big on
always does this
endurance.
thing where we think it's going to be done, but then she says, "Now it's time. Now we have to go past the max," and it's more laps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just the opposite way. We have to go back.
Yeah.
sometimes if we do cheers though, while we're running laps, she'll like cut one or two of them
Mm-hmm.
for positive attitude.
Yeah.
Oh, son.
Flowers. I almost said min.
Oh no.
I almost said min too. Oh no!
Stop it. We're gonna do more laps and we can't do a cheer. Okay, son.
Beams.
Flowers.
Oh,
Beams. Morgan.
sorry. I was thinking about them recently.
Well, we weren't. There was a pretty cool
Maybe if you
team.
give us the instructions first, it goes like I say sun and you say flowers. Sun.
Beams.
Flowers.
No,
I
I
told you
had
to-
beams in my mind.
Why am I the only one who's getting this right?
What do you mean getting? Oh.
So- You're running there's something about exercise under the under the hot sun to kind of get your mind right.
Sun
And-
Was
hot.
it hot? I didn't notice.
Yeah, no, they're perfectly pleasant, Marcus. Nicest weather all summer. Something's weird though. like you're running, you're having fun. It's all in jokes, and like Snags, you're part of the in jokes, and like all of you are just kind of in this fun bubble as you're running the foul lines. But I don't know. So something is not right. Like Coach Martinez is saying the things that she usually says, but not with a ton of gusto. And after a few minutes, you realize she's just kind of repeating the same things again and again. Whoever's feeling most perturbed by this or most acutely aware, give me a 2d6 plus sharp.
I'll do it.
I'm like a Labrador. I just want to be run.
10.
All right. Well, I'll just tell you everything then.
Okay.
Lisa Lemon Wedge is a little stiffer than she should be. She's normally a very smooth player, incredibly smooth swing, smooth run, but she's stiffer, and she hasn't said a word this whole practice. Salamander Scoot looks like he's limping. Nicole Orby is running faster than you've ever seen her run, but it's sloppier. It's like she's running from something, like this wild kind of flailing sprint.
Yeah.
And in point of fact, if you looked at every player on your team, except for Zlobs, Darby, and Marcus, there seems to be something just a little off, just a scotch off about everybody.
We're not gonna win if we're like this. Come on. Let's go.
All right, push.
Got it, everyone.
Actually-
all right, let's go past the
Max.
Is Coach also? Coach is also kind of like lethargic and weird, right?
Yeah. Morgan, you're now really kind of cued into this here. Pick a player. Any player on your team that's not Zlobs, Darby, or Marcus.
Flarbs.
I'm going to pick Harper's Jesu.
Oh no.
Okay.
No. No, why would you pick Jess Who for plot? Oh no. We have one job, Morgan. One job is to protect Jess Who.
So Jess Who is Jess Who is flying. She's out of her tank. In fact, she didn't bring her tank, which she always brings her tank, but she's just flying, kind of low banking circles along with you. And something about like Nicole Orby's like running and flailing, like Jess Who has to kind of bank to get out of the way and ends up kind of whipping through a branch and kind of hitting the ground. Like
I catch her. No, I catch her. Oh, I catch her. I'm a catcher,
Okay.
John. It's in my name.
You do.
Great. Hop.
And Jess Who looks at you, Zlobs, from inside your glove because she can fit fully in there. You are holding her like this. And she looks at you. Oh, thanks, Zlobs.
Oh, no problem, Jess. You okay?
I think so. And she looks down and she's got like a gouge. Like she must have hit that branch hard because she's kind of cut, like she got sliced.
What is the rest of the team doing right now? What's Nicole Orby doing right now?
They're still running.
Just running.
They're still running, and Coach Martinez is not telling them to stop.
We
So
can't
they're all
stop.
just running.
Jess, we can't stop. I'll make sure to get you a bandit afterwards. But I can hold you if that's okay.
On the next pass by
Jess Who starts looking down at herself, and she notices that she's hurt. And you notice it too, and she kind of prods at it with her wings. And there's something like white in the wound.
oh no.
Like something like it looks like pollen or
Are
something.
you molting?
Oh, no.
I poke it.
That's not how molting works. I don't know if I'm seeing this.
Something comes out.
Oh,
Polyester stuffing.
What?
Like a doll.
I pull out a little more.
What is this?
Jess?
What is this?
Are you okay?
Zlobs, what is
Do you
this?
feel this? Are you okay, Jess?
What's happening?
Oh,
Zlobs,
no.
what's happening?
I don't know. Here, I put her in my catching helmet to make her safe.
I don't understand, Zlobs.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
Um,
Okay, I flagged down Nicole Orby. Nicole, hey,
ah, oh,
Stop.
oh,
look, Jess is hurt. I think we can take some
bad?
time. Coach, we're gonna take a timeout for Jess. We're gonna get the first aid kits. I think it'd be important if you could you maybe just say sorry for knocking you into a branch? And when I do that, I'm gonna I guess, can I also, like, what would this be? Investigate a mystery, read a bad situation?
yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is read a bad situation.
Okay. 2d6.
Investigate a mystery. Investigate a mystery.
Okay, and then I got a 9.
You can ask one question from the investigate a mystery list.
Oh, between these two. What sort of creature was it?
What you know for sure is that it's not human. You kind of reach out and like kind of touch Nicole Orby on the arm and say, I think you should apologize to Jess. And you kind of get like, and it's not solid. You kind of, your hand sinks into her arm a little bit. And it kind of hits something like.
I'm feeling kind of bold. I'm gonna snick it with my claws.
And Nicole Orby is debating for a second whether or not she's hurt before she decides she is. And then kind of shouts, "Ow! Snags!" And there is a tuft of polyester stuffing now sticking out of her uniform. You cut her pretty deep.
Wait.
Okay, I give her a hug and I say, "It's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay."
I'm getting flashbacks. Like I definitely talked to someone about this.
Yeah. You flash back to the coal chute. You flash back to talking to your older self. You flash back, as always, to Nana Mathers watching the timeline and warning Sunman only to say enough.
And Sunman and I we're bonding over Lunchables. Yeah, there's not enough pepperoni, but it's always good pepperoni.
2d6 plus weird.
Oh boy! Oh, finally a good one. 11. I've never passed one of those before.
The useful detail about the coming mystery. That is what Destiny's Plaything is.
Mm-hmm.
So here it is. When they know they're hurt, they realize they're not who they're supposed to be.
Who they're supposed to be. So they're not. So they're not the thing. So you're saying so you can't tell me more detail than that?
No. Well, Sunman looks at Nana Mathers as you're just crushing some Lunchables, and
so
Nana
good.
Mathers shakes her head.
Simon, did you ever get the art of getting the Capri Sun correct the first time?
I rip it open from the bottom. And
it's so cool! I gotta start doing that.
That's the move, Zlobs.
We open it and we cheers.
Like a cup. That's so smart. And then cut back. And at this point, Zlobs, you see Marcus kind of like hugging Nicole and then kind of pushing her back, and Nicole, like, all of the joy from her face just like drains away.
I want to cut her in half. I want to vivisect her top to bottom with my chain.
Okie dokie. Let's kick some butt. 2d6 plus tough with the chain.
8.
Okay. So you kind of unlimber the big spiked chain and start whipping it around and kind of wrap it around Nicole Orby's middle and just kind of yank. And much like a ripsaw, Nicole Orby is completely bisected. Her top half and bottom half separate. At this point, Morgan and Darby, you now see what's going on. Like, there is a large Nicole Orby-shaped animated stuffed animal that is now screaming.
I'm just gonna vomit.
That is the right. That is a move. That is probably the correct move. They do their harm to you, Zlobs, in the form of Jess Who exploding.
Oh, yeah, Jess Who's still in my catcher mask.
Yeah,
my head.
so like you have Jess Who in your catcher's mask, and Jess Who kind of wriggles and turns and looks you in the eye. Sorry, Zlobs, and then explodes in your face to harm. So yeah, it's like an explosion went off in Zlobs' face.
I'm fine.
Yes, you are, because you're like, well, oh right, and it's like you throw the mask up in the air, it explodes. Morgan, this is catastrophic to the psyche, but you're starting to now realize, oh, okay, Jess Who exploded. Nicole Orby is a big stuffed animal. At this point, all of your teammates that are here just kind of stand up straight and stop running, and all turn and start running at you all as fast as possible.
Okay, let's go. Let's get out of here.
Are we leaving? This is new to me. Are we leaving?
Darby, Morgan, what do you want to do?
But the first thing I want to do is just run really quickly over to the top half, Nicole Orby, that's still just shrieking in terror, and just soothe her with my voice so that she will stop shrieking and just say, Nicole, it's okay. It's all just a dream, and you're gonna wake up and it'll be fine. So you don't need to be scared. You're not really in pain.
So you do this. 2d6 plus sharp. This is to observe what happens.
12.
She stops shrieking and then looks at you and says, I'm sorry, Darby. And at that point, you instinctually spread your wings so that when she explodes, you are kind of blown backwards like a kite on the wind instead of hurled to the ground. Lisa Lemon Wedge is running towards you. Salamander Scoot, Coach Martinez, they're all sprinting at you all from various directions. Morgan, what would you like to do?
There's a lot of things that me as a player would like to do, but me as Morgan, I'm just gonna freeze.
Yeah, you start looking at all, like this is your understanding of the world does not allow for what you are witnessing right now. At one point, you see Jorts Grundle, who was, kind of running, who was stuck behind the backstop, the big fence backstop, and he's trying to run directly towards you, and he's running with such force that he is essentially grating himself through the fence of the backstop. And you're just like watching this in like abject horror. After a few seconds, he explodes.
This is just like that movie Out of the Door Box 4, when the scary movie we saw last sleepover.
Yeah, Zlobs, you say this as you like wrap your chain around Stanley Handsome Pants's face and cleave his head in half. Marcus, what do you want to do?
Do I notice that Morgan is frozen? How
Yes.
situationally where I am? Okay,
you notice.
I strip the stitching out of the back of my pants and my tail like falls out, and I sprint to Morgan and like skid in front of her and like place Morgan between me and the simulacra. Say, Morgan.
Yeah.
I think
Snags.
it might be. I think it might be time for us to go or fight. I'm new to this. What? Zlobs is cutting people in half. Not people. They're not people. They're not Morgan. They're not people.
They're not.
Yeah.
And then I look at Snags' tail. Are you not people too?
I actually don't have a lot of time to be offended by that. Can we just let's get together a plan?
Okay. I'm just going to go
run.
instinct. And then I'm just going to toss a Blaseball straight at Fox's face because that's what I've wanted to do for some time.
Morgan, 2d6 plus tough to kick some butt.
8.
Okay. So you hurl a Blaseball electrified at Fox, and the top half of them explodes. The bottom half of them keeps running towards you. And Morgan, you end up like Marcus is in the way, and he ends up like kind of grabbing the legs and hurling them. And it's at around this moment that that Kit Schmidt leaps out of a tree, grabs onto your back, Morgan, and explodes. You take 2 harm and are kind of thrown forward. It looks like the plan is fight. Who's next?
I draw my sword and run up to Coach and say, "Okay, listen up, you flammable whatever you are. I'm not going to let you on fire unless you don't tell me who's controlling you."
You of everyone here should know the danger. 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 She starts talking so much that her jaw pops out, and half of it's kind of hanging on her face, and she's spitting out polyester filling and just shouting it again and again.
I put my sword up as close to her face as I can and say, "Who is the danger? What am I supposed to know?"
Demon is the danger. And at that point, she just throws herself onto the sword and lights on fire. And she's now screaming in a voice that's not Coach's voice. Like running around, the infield grass is being lit on fire. And eventually she runs screaming into the tall grass along the foul line, and the tall grass pulls her under like quicksand.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no. Do you think our parents are safe?
I don't know.
Your parents. What did that thing say?
It said something about that we should know the danger. Snags, there's another demon that we invited up here upstairs. So it could be that demon. Or I mean, you didn't do this.
Okay.
So
okay.
I don't know if it's that demon or if something about your new powers did affect.
Darby,
I don't know.
6.
Yeah, you know what? Tell you what. Talk with Zlobs and Morgan and get a plan. I'll deal with this.
Yep. Marcus, just a general 2d6 plus tough here. Let's kick some butt.
Okay. That's a 6.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So you
new powers.
You do indeed start handling this. Sponge Serotonin is wielding this bat, and you kind of run and slice off both his arms, and he drops the bat, but this thing is You heard this thing was heavy. It's not that heavy, but it does fall on you, and you kick that out of the way, and now Sponge is running around and eventually explodes in your face for 2 harm. And then you start getting into this almost duel with Harper's Bazaar, who is trying to get close enough to grab you and explode. But since she can't, she is just fighting you with big knitting needles. Who wants to go next?
I'm gonna clip the knitting needles metal pit like that.
While Snags is sort of going about it, I guess Zlobs,
Yeah.
Darcy. What are we gonna do? Darcy, you seem to know the most about what's going on.
Well, that's not good to hear. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's something to do with Coach said something about a demon.
It's just like that movie with a demon. The kids wake up the demon, and the demon possesses all the toys, and then toys go after the kids.
How did the movie end? I fell asleep, Zlobs.
I fell asleep too.
I left. I was too scared.
Yeah, it was scared, and the editing was very jarring.
Yeah.
Look,
They had to go down in the basement. That's all I remember.
Into the basement? Like,
yeah,
the
like the
basement
the 3 of you are talking as like Snaggins is literally like leaping around in the background, just like scratching off people's faces and dealing with explosions.
should we meet in the basement of the concession stand
yes.
for inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snags, it's time to get a snow cone.
It's
Meet
code. It's code for going to the basement of the concession stand.
Thanks.
I think
Zlobs.
Got it.
Yeah, at this point, like you start running away. Bix Goolsby and Salamander Scoot are still functional, but you outrun them and kind of barricade yourselves in the concession stand, and then pull up the trapdoor down to like the little flood basement under it, and kind of seal it. And you hear kind of the dull thudding of polyester-filled leather hands kind of banging against the door.
I don't like this at all.
Oh, this is horrible.
Is this like?
Oh.
Is this what the replicas are like? You know, from the from you know how the vault's open now, and in Blaseball that they've got like
In the ILB.
like Goodwin Morton's. Yeah, like is that this? This seems more violent and less sportsmanlike. Excuse me.
Oh, it's fine.
I don't know.
I always thought whenever I saw a replica when I went to a Flowers game, I always thought that they were congenial and kind. This feels not like that.
Yeah, you'd wager $10 on that, you think, Morgan?
Oh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So this is something else.
Wait,
I feel
what
like
if,
this is something else.
what if they are actually stuffed all along?
Well, I've definitely have seen Scoot like injured before.
Oh
and-
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
that
he
time.
gets nosebleeds
Yes.
all the time. It's
Yeah.
never been
Like all the time. Like, to
Blood
the
everywhere.
point where you're calling timeouts most games.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Why do they want to?
Explode us?
you know
That's a
what?
great question.
Yeah, why do they want to? I kind of don't know if we need to do this since they go haywire pretty quickly. But do we need to do that thing like in the thing with the thing, where we make sure we're not things?
Oh, you're right. What if one of us is a replica or a replicant or whatever they are?
I know that I'm not.
That's what one would say. Give me your
Yeah.
blood.
You know
Morgan,
what
Morgan, give me your blood.
I'm
So
sort of sorry I brought this up.
so there's lots of
I'm
screaming
just-
for blood.
I'm chasing Morgan.
Does anyone want to? Voluntarily, needle a finger?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious what's going to happen when I do this.
Yeah,
I'll start.
too.
Yeah, let's start
like
with
the movies.
the angel and the demon first. What does your blood look like?
Yeah, so I take one finger and then I kind of work the. You know what?
Ooh, yeah.
You know what? Nope, not the pitching hand.
Yep. Other hand, catching
Yep.
hand.
You can just like poke your arm.
You know what, Zlobs? That kind of forethought would have been excellent about a few seconds ago. But thank you, though. No, I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress.
That makes sense. Morgan, get back here.
Yeah, that's a good question. What does my blood look like? It is red, but
Yup.
like it has a hue, like a swirl to it. And when it hits
there's
the
like
cold ground,
like
it
a black
steams.
ribbon of mist going through it.
Yeah.
Like if you put it in a lamp, it would be a little demonic lava lamp. But yeah, that is actual blood coming out of your actual finger. Darby?
I take the needle and then I pull out my sword and put the heat on it for a little while because I saw someone do that in some sort of survival show once.
Yep, no, that's smart.
I don't really know what it does, but
I
poke
think
my
that might
finger.
cauterize the wound, thus defeating the purpose. You know what?
So I do it after?
This is
Okay.
maybe after.
Wait,
You know that you have to do something to prevent infection, but
yeah,
you know.
did you touch yourself with the burning sword? I have to know.
No.
Okay.
Not yet. So I'm still pricking myself.
Still working it out.
So I mean it looks like human blood to everyone else, and it does to me at first. But then it just sort of like it's almost like it evaporates into like a little mist.
Yeah.
You can still see where it's been bleeding, but yeah, if you're not looking for it, and honestly, I don't even know if Zlobs and Morgan would be able to see it, like sort of go up in this little puff.
Yeah.
But
like just like the tiniest rain cloud for just half a second.
Yeah.
A big puffy cloud.
Marcus,
Zlobs and Morgan.
Yeah, Marcus, you okay? You're just coughing up a storm.
Yeah, I think I don't know. My throat got really itchy there for a second.
It's like itchy, like immediate allergic reaction. Like immediate allergic reaction.
that's probably me.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Yeah, it might be.
I was going to suggest we combine our blood, but that's probably going to just cause some sort of
I was
event.
curious about it too, and now not so much.
Oh, well, I learned in health class to not combine blood.
Well, not like in our bodies.
No, like in a little
Like a
pile on the
drop and a
ground to see
drop.
if it.
Yeah.
Experiment.
All right, Morgan,
You
you're
know
next.
what? We've got bigger issues.
Morgan, get here, Morgan. Come here.
Stop it. Zlobs, look at me in the eyes
Morgan,
right now.
does this story end with you giving a drop of blood or not?
Does not.
It does not. So Morgan puts her foot down and refuses, and you all decide whether to believe her or not. But for the moment, she is not giving blood, and that is fine.
Yeah,
I'm
citing.
I take my arm. I'll just do it, and I hit my arm against like one of like the rocks coming out of the wall. Please tell me blood comes out. Don't tell me stuff that comes out, Serp. Please don't.
I need you to roll.
No!
No. It's a remarkable amount of blood since you kind of gouged yourself on a rock.
Yeah.
Yes, it is actual human blood coming out of your arm until you eventually wrap it in the outstanding number of paper towels down here.
Yeah, a lot of paper towels. I take like the remains of Jesu that was on me. Wrap with that.
Oh God.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vomit again.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot, Morgan, for you to process.
Okay. Now that we know that we're all safe, just gonna put this out there, Morgan. I saw you throwing earlier. I don't think stuffing can throw like you throw.
Thank you.
But
and I
why-
don't think humans can throw like you do.
Probably not. Anyway, we need to find out who sent these and why they. Do you think they were here to destroy us or distract us? Like, what was the purpose?
Yeah.
They always said, "I'm
Maybe if we get all our
sorry."
heads together and think this out.
Oh,
They
a
always-
huddle. We call this huddling up.
Yeah. Oh,
Well-
also welcome to the mystery snags.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, welcome to the infield.
Yeah, this is nerve-wracking, but also really exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
you all huddle up. What ultimately do you decide to do?
Well, we know that they said like, I'm sorry, our name, and we know that it has something to do with bringing the demon in. I think that the demon has a truce with us from the one that we brought in. So I don't necessarily know if the demon that we brought in, the Prince of Hell, would attack us.
Prince of Hell. Okay, no, I'm getting caught up. This is good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It seemed like
it
he
was a
really did
whole
want to
thing.
start a life here, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he I really want him to work the concession stand, but I don't think we can hire him.
And it wouldn't make sense for a demon to tell you that you caused a problem releasing a demon. That's just not gonna work unless there's some really, really big double think going.
So what's changed? And then I look at Snags. When did you say that you started pitching better again?
Oh, it was almost exactly a week ago, in my backyard. It just clicked.
Yeah, that
They're
math is
around-
starting to work out, Morgan.
Yeah,
Huh.
2:30.
Huh. And I kind of look at Darcy and Zlobs.
What?
Yeah, Darby, you have the big holy light bulb moment. Zlobs, you are seeing a remarkable number of uncooked hot dogs down here.
I'm currently stockpiling them.
Yeah, more at literally as many as you can carry.
Snags, when you talked to your parents a week ago, or when this happened, was there anything they told you needed to do? Like a ritual or like anything you needed to know?
Flashback.
Oh.
Kitchen table, the feeling of the fan in the background. Now there are people that you'll be able to trust. Almost all people, Snags. Oh, Marcus. There are some that you won't. But that's like anybody. We'd be having this conversation with you no matter who you were. Is that there are people you can trust that you know well. And then there are people that you don't know that are probably good people. And then all the way on the other side of the line are bad people. People that do not understand you.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. So, I mean, can we like tell the difference?
Yeah, your dad fields this question. He kind of puts a hand on top of your hand. Well, buddy, you're smart. And so what that means is you're probably going to pick the right friends. You've probably already picked them. And then generally with everybody else, if someone tells you who they are, they're usually honest. You're going to be a judge of character out there. We all have to be. The scariest people are the people that think they're doing right, but what they're really doing is wrong. Those are the scariest people. And those are the people that are going to go out of their way to try to harm you.
Okay. We're not wrong, are we? Mom? Dad?
They look at each other for a second and both in unison respond, "No, we are not."
Okay, I thought so. I didn't think.
Everything that was, everything that is to be, this is your mom, is here for a perfectly good reason.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Hey, so like, what can we do? Like I've got these really sharp claws and this tail I'm getting used to.
It's a cool tail.
What?
Why were you hiding it before?
It's a flash.
Oh, the flashback.
And yeah, you go through the tactics of kind of what you can do. That's a story for another time. Flashback to the present.
Yeah, it's a cool tail. Why were you hiding it before?
I didn't.
Yeah,
I'd answer that if I could, Zlobs.
The sense, Snags, that you have, and it's like your parents there are only so many hours in the day. Your parents will be talking you through what it means to be who you are for probably a while. But the sense you got is that they didn't want to overwhelm you with specifics right away.
Okay.
But you're smart enough to realize there are probably specific people or things that they had in mind that would do you harm. Darby, yeah, there are, like, based on if what Morgan says is true, and it is, like, why would Pythias do this? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Which means that there is someone else that's not Pythias that is attacking you because of a demon, and there is one right here that sprung into existence or revealed his true self the moment of the hijinks in hell. And so that's whatever happened then, and probably because of that.
Yeah.
But the question is, who would know that?
Well,
I'm gonna put my hand on Snag's shoulder, and I'm gonna look at Snags right in the eye. Snags, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Darcy when she told me that she was an angel. That is the coolest thing ever. And I think you're amazing, and I feel like I'm a good judge of character, and I know who you are, and I do not think that this is something that you would do. I think that someone is probably out to get you, though.
I think I might know who it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Now you tell us.
Right.
Well, at least she's the only person I can think of who I think hunts demons. Unity San Felipe.
She hunts demons?
She seems
okay,
like such
well,
an awesome,
I think she does. I know anyone who can get their hands on and wants nano silk is messing around with holy or demonic energy.
I guess you can just buy it at a store.
Darby, you want to give her a call?
Yeah.
You're going to call Unity?
You have her number?
How do you have her number and
I mean, you could get to the switchboard, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, you call and end up speaking to someone at the San Felipe Foundation who connects you to someone else, and within 2 or 3 minutes, you're all kind of huddled under a concession stand right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is the phone on speaker?
Yeah.
So you all hear this. Yes,
hello?
This is Unity. Am I speaking to Darby O'Darcy?
Yes, you are.
And Morgan.
And Zlobs.
And there's someone else in the room with us. I want to be upfront about that.
Hello. Hi, I'm Marcus Snaggins. They call me Snags.
It's a good nickname.
Miss Sanfilippo, something weird is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Are the rest of the sunflowers are well, they're not themselves now. They are like stuffed toys. And we think that it coincides with the birth of a certain demonic energy on someone else on our team who is not a threat.
Mm-hmm.
And you seem to know about.
I'm basically whittling a baseball like an apple
Mhm.
right now.
For a human, you know a whole lot about. At least I think that you know a lot about demons, and so I wanted to find out if you are involved or if you know who might be.
Involved in sending stuffed people to attack a demon who I take is Marcus Snaggins, who's sitting next to you right now.
Oh, she's smart.
Yes.
The answer is no. Though I
Do you-
appreciate you calling me to ask.
It seemed like if you had when you knew more about the situation would. Well, I know you wouldn't do something to harm us unless you thought it was the right thing to do.
No, of course not.
Do you know?
I played Little League myself, you know.
Oh, you played Blittle League.
I
What was your
didn't know
position?
that.
I moved around a little bit. Infield and outfield.
Oh, wow.
Could never figure out pitching, though. But
pitching's
none of us are
hard.
perfect.
No.
Like a utility
And
player.
she says something to herself in Latin and then kind of shakes it off.
Can I ask another question?
Of course. Are you in danger right now?
Are they still banging away at the? Are we still hearing-
One of them exploded, and that didn't dislodge the door. And the other one, instead of a pounding, it's now more like a scratching. So you think they're kind of wasting themselves against the door. Thankfully, this concession stand's fairly sturdy.
Mm-hmm. It used to be a military base after all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that we're in danger, but I think the rest of the team is still in danger. And we need to figure out how to bring them back.
We should try the phone tree.
Oh, the phone tree.
Before you start calling people, let me ask. These were large stuffed people that were meant to look like your teammates that exploded?
Yes.
I called them simulacra.
That would be an apt term. Very good.
I cut one in half.
It's been disturbing.
Dig around inside. These don't sound magic to me. These sound manufactured. And if they're manufactured, it means they have to be manufactured somewhere.
Oh, that's so smart. Well, thank you.
Not magic. Thank you, Unity.
You're great, Unity.
Okay.
Text me.
Can I have your number?
Yes.
Oh, good job, Darby. Good job.
Darby, please write down as equipment Unity Sanfilippo's direct line.
Oh.
You lucky.
I'm so happy.
If when you're digging around, there is a serial number or some kind of marking, take a picture and text it to me.
Radio.
I just hope some of them.
Right? Yeah. Radio.
All right. Well, I'll let you all go then.
Radio.
And she hangs up.
Okay, bye.
Cut to Unity Sanfilippo's boardroom. She's sitting at one corner, and she hangs up and she looks across at her her newest hired executive, John Prince, charcoal single-breasted suit, blue and green paisley tie.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that on the phone, actually? If you don't mind me asking, boss. And Unity says, oh, it's local Blittle League concern. And John Prince nods. Switchback. Yeah, so whichever.
I go out and get a stuffed friend.
You do. The what's left of Salamander Scoot, because he essentially wasted his arms and legs trying to claw through the door, and now he's just a torso. You end up kind of subduing and breaking him before he explodes. So you've got kind of pieces to work with here. Zlobs, let's have you.
Oh, that'd be so.
love that.
What a prank!
Let's have you investigate a mystery here. 2d6 plus sharp. This is probably an important roll, so if anyone wants to help, just tell me how, so that Zlobs gets a +1 on this.
Keep the eyes away from you. That way, it won't recognize you and try and explode in your face.
That's very smart.
I was speaking to it as a puppet. I'm Salamander Scoot.
I'm gonna vomit again.
Yeah, this is a big day for this.
I'm not gonna. I don't know how to help Zlobs, but I'm gonna just take a whole bunch of hot dog buns out of a bag and give it to Morgan as a vom bag.
Yeah, you do, which certainly helps Morgan. Yeah, so Zlobs, so Snags, you do indeed help Zlobs. So 2d6 plus sharp to investigate a mystery. With a bonus +1 from Snags.
Well, isn't that just fortuitous? 10.
All right. You can ask 3 questions from the 2d6 plus sharp list, or 1 question of anything you want at all.
Investigate a mystery, huh? I
don't know what is he gonna do.
What is being concealed?
What is being concealed is the location of manufacture of these parts.
It's probably electrically driven, wouldn't you say so, Game Master?
I would.
I unlock a hidden question I may ask.
Yes, you certainly do.
How is this place powered? By this place, I mean the scoot.
Yes. This is powered by, well, it's kind of powered by the same thing that blows up. There's essentially like frankly, it's like a tiny little fuel cell that powers this thing, and then the fuel cell will overheat itself and explode.
Oh, that's a good design.
And so you know exactly where it is, and you end up like ripping it apart. And yeah, there's like a serial number on here.
Zlobs, let me take a picture.
Okay. What happened here?
Now this comes from all of you kind of montage working it out. And you do all of this as you're waiting for Unity San Felipe to get back to you.
Which takes a little while because I spend so much time trying to draft the perfect message and accidentally send "love you" at the end.
I do that all the time. All the time.
So what you kind of figure out is someone or several someones first in some way determined that a demon has sprung into existence several days ago. Those people mobilized quickly to do this, to create a bunch of simulacra that would ambush and kill him.
That's a little extreme.
Which means that all of this needed to have been done quickly. And the fact that these are perfect, relatively perfect replicas means that whoever did this likely found a way to kidnap, quickly scan, and then rapidly manufacture these things, which means it would happen nearby.
Wait, what? Wait. I know who. So the Blittle League Office Tactical Intervention is really good at kidnapping people.
Do you ever like ask to like fight demons? Is that a thing you do?
It's confidential. But
It is
Stealth?
confidential, but technically you've never fought demons.
yeah,
Though they could.
They could, yeah. You could fight. I could fight a demon right now.
Yeah.
So I
Though
wouldn't.
this is for the Blittle League Office of Tactical Interventions. It's very rarely we're going to send a bunch of horrifying stuffed explosive clones and more like, let's arm these children for combat, which obviously has moral implications of a different type, but yeah, you don't know if it's them.
I have a
But what it
question.
means is that they have access to the same kind of very advanced technology.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. So, or I have a question for Zlobs and Darcy.
Yeah.
So I wasn't there
Sorry,
when y'all.
Snags.
Yeah,
That's okay.
I
I'll
just,
start cleaning up the fluff on the field.
Oh, that's so kind of you. Yeah, why don't we all do that while we puzzle
Okay.
through this?
Yeah, so you want to make Longstock Field look nice. So you're cleaning up the very disturbing chunks of your teammates and putting them in bags as you're mathing this part out.
They're not real. They're not real. They're just
not
people who look like foam.
I didn't go to the fortress storage with y'all,
Mm-hmm.
but I do recall that there was a lot of technology and magic there, and I do recall that the person who was committing crimes there was a Leviathan. Could it have been that person trying to capture another demon and put them in fortress storage?
Oh.
Like a Pokemon trainer?
I guess.
You mean like a Digimon trainer?
Oh, not okay. My
Sorry. Oh.
That's as good a guess as any. Like you're all thinking, who has the ability to do this?
Oh, what about don't you
Artemis.
belong to like a guild or something, Morgan? Like
I do.
a witch guild? Witch
I
club?
do. I belong to spell slinging and eclipse management and the common of electrics.
Yeah, it's another Blittle League office and also a gang of street toughs.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. This stuff is very mix of magic and technology. It's so but the thing is, it's also insidious. Like tactical interventions and bake at home pizza sales is not insidious.
Well,
The spell slingers and eclipse management's not insidious.
Yeah.
This is insidious.
Hmm.
And at that point, boom, you get a beep on your phone.
Say
how
it
do I?
again.
Wait. Yeah.
Edsel Manufacturing, and then an address in Assembly Square.
Etzel.
We have an
That's all?
address.
All right, let's ride. Oh, I can't ride. I really wish
Wait,
I had my van.
Darby.
Yeah?
Listen, before we go, can I borrow your phone? I'd kind of like to call my parents and
Yeah.
let them know what's going on.
Yeah, here you go.
All right, let's walk and talk, everyone. I'm gonna hotwire something.
Oh,
I haven't done this in so long. Oh,
You're out of practice. Yeah, there's you end up stealing a car. Doom, doom. Hello, this is the Snaggins residence.
Hi, Dad. Dad, hi, it's Marcus.
Is everything all right? I don't know this number.
Oh, this is my friend. This is my friend Darby. Oh, Darcy.
Oh.
She plays shortstop.
Hi!
Hello.
That's Darby. Hey, Dad.
Way to
you know
go
we were
remembering your phone number, by the way. Very important.
Yeah. We were talking the other day about people who are doing wrong, trying to do right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be happening now, and it might be okay. I'm with some friends, and we're gonna solve a mystery. I should probably let you know where we're going. What's the name of it? Edsel
Manufacturing.
in Assembly Square.
Edsel Manufacturing in Assembly Square. We got to go find out. We got to find our teammates and find out who made dolls to look like them.
You there's a pause. Cut to the Snaggins house. Joseph put this on speaker. So your mother Diana's listening to all of this. She nods, holds out her hands, and these little red flames pop up in each of her palms. And then she looks up at the ceiling. And in the ceiling, a bloody tear in reality opens, and a scroll falls through it. She opens it up. Your father speaks to you in a voice that is very, very precise.
Turn up the volume here.
You trust these friends, son? Yes.
I trust them. They're good people.
Oh, it makes sense as an assembly square because it's manufacturing and you assemble things to manufacture them.
And you trust me and your mother? Yes.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I wish I had known a little about this before. I'm sorry. It's not the time for that. I'm sorry, Dad. I trust you.
Whoever you find in that building need to die. I love you, and I will see you at home later. And he hangs up.
All right, we're almost there.
I don't know if your phone's a flip phone or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
what I was too busy paying attention to the road. 'Cause I'm a good driver.
nice deduction skills with the assembly square and about assembly.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
I thought that's what I was thinking about for these past 3 miles.
Mm-hmm.
You pull up an assembly square, and it's beautiful midday, and people are walking around and going to the Eggo store and seeing movies. And you follow the exact directions, and the address is actually in a parking garage, lowest level, to essentially an unmarked big, kind of rolling door.
Open it.
Says Edsel Manufacture. Darby, you walk through and you realize that this place has holy glyphs on it. Marcus, you realize it too. It only hurts one of you.
You okay?
Deep
Snag?
breaths, Marcus.
Snag, you okay?
I've been better. I don't.
I try to put an electric shield. It doesn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to control electricity just fine in here.
No, it's not.
But yeah, it's like there's like a. It's like you could see heat kicking off of Marcus in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just give me a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Just give me a second.
While
Are there-
he's kind of breathing and centering himself, I'm gonna walk over to the wall and just touch one of those glyphs and just see what happens.
2d6 plus tough. This is to make sure you can handle this.
7.
Okay. You take 1 harm, kind of to your mind. As an angel, you're able to decipher or glean knowledge from glyphs. These were not made by anyone in heaven.
Mm-mm.
You get what could best be described as a Reader's Digest version of a 700-year history of something. Like you're just like rapidly changing locations on the globe, and you keep seeing the same image again and again and again. A woman in robes holding a bottle with a flared bottom and a beaker. Just again and again. It's like a picture, and sometimes it's a statue, and sometimes it's a mosaic, and sometimes it's a painting, but it's a woman holding a bottle again and again and again. And then rapid fire images of men and women wearing tabards and using the weapons of the day, killing demons, burning down their homes, throwing them into lakes, cutting them in half. And you like there's like blood pouring out of like your nose and ears and
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Is that a good thing or
No.
a bad thing? Angels are confusing.
Whoa.
I'm okay. Whoever
I hand
Whoever
Darby
were-
a roll of paper towels.
you got plenty.
I have so many paper towels.
whoever we're encounter here, they're some sort of demon slayers, but they have no regard for what they're doing. They seem
Reckless?
yes.
Single-minded?
Yes.
Culty. They're a cult.
Culty? Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents
So
talked about this a little bit.
is the issue that these things are preventing snags from getting in?
No,
let's see.
Snags is
Okay.
able to walk through. He's
Oh, okay.
just your skin hurts and you feel cold.
Yeah. Well, that's just misguided people who don't understand that I am okay. That I am worth
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, you're
You
pretty
are worth
cool.
something.
You're a good pitcher.
Are the glyphs facing like the inside of the like are they framing the doorway? Are they just,
Yeah, these are, and you're not really sure how you know this, but these are wards of alarm and a couple of wards of protection, which means that they know you're coming. However, because of what Darby knows, because of everything that Morgan has gleaned, and because, Marcus, you are intensely invested in your own survival, I'm going to let you describe what the encounter with these people look like. That is to say, they're not going to turn the lights on and trap you. When they turn the lights on, you're going to trap them.
Mm-hmm.
So I want each of you to give me a sentence about what happens when this thing starts.
I enter first. I, like Snags, take my moment to center myself and then just spread my wings and raise my flaming sword so that the first thing that they see is just the strongest holy energy that they've ever encountered. And I don't say a word. I just fly up above them.
That's step one. What's step two?
Step two is these are would-be warriors that don't understand the bygone age. They're the tinker toys to holy warriors, and they're just not clever. So when they're gazing at this holy energy and being absorbed by the awe, they don't recognize the soft, oscillating fan quietness of a demon phasing through the walls opposite them.
Mm-hmm. And what's step three?
Step 3 is that I kind of get the clue as to what Marcus is going to do. And I prepare I prepare a shield to make sure that Marcus cannot kill these people. But I also want to make the shield kind of a jail as well, so that they can't escape it.
And step four.
There was this bottle that was on like a pedestal, and I pick it up. Go, ha!
Okay. Deep in this manufacturing complex, a woman wearing a medieval tabard and carrying a shotgun across her back runs into a room and opens up the door. Abbot, the glyphs. They're here. They must have found us. The abbot, a big, tall, imposing man, bald, kind of gets up, puts his hand on the holy symbol on his chest. Good. We would hear the screams if they approached the later glyphs. We will catch them in the opening warehouse. And then he kind of gathers up half a dozen people that look like knights and are carrying guns and starts sprinting through the halls. They run into this big open room and they turn on the lights and they immediately see floating above them an angel of war. Flaming sword aloft. The abbot says, yes, we are blessed. We are blessed with victory today. And at that point, Marcus Snaggins phases through a wall. An electric cage goes over them, which at the moment is keeping them safe. And Zlobs, you emerge from somewhere else holding a giant bottle.
It was a
And
utility
all of them-
closet.
Yeah, all of them do not know what to be more scared of. The angel that led them to their doom, the electric witch that's keeping them in an electric jail, or the fact that that electric jail is the only thing stopping Marcus Snaggins from killing them, or the fact that you, Zlobs, have found the most powerful weapon of the Order of Saint Anastasia, the Pharmacoletria, the Great Potion. And various clusters of them all turn to different numbers of you being like, no. They're looking at you, Mark. No. And you, Morgan, and you, Zlobs, like Abbott is screaming at you to put that down.
I picked right.
Yeah, and now there's something of a standstill. Marcus, these people need to die, and there's an electric field that is preventing that from happening.
Is there anything in the bottle?
Oh, yeah, something.
Okay,
Let's
I-
resolve the Morgan and Marcus thing for a second.
Mhm. Oh yeah. No,
All right.
oh, sure.
I'm monologuing at the people inside. Drop your weapons. You're confused. You got the wrong mission. Your minds are warped.
You do not even need to roll for it, Morgan. These folks are religious zealots.
Mm.
One of them at this point like draws a shotgun and tries to fire through the electric field at Marcus, and the electricity kind of crackles around it and kind of dissipates the buckshot.
That's gonna make me really mad. Don't you understand? If I let this go, you're all going to meet your unbridled doom. Just get it through your skull that you have to change. Why can't you just change?
I'm touching the shield. I can't seem to get through the shield.
Morgan is very good at this.
Mhm.
Okay, while she's monologuing, I'm going to walk around and find, let's just say, the most nervous acolyte on the outside.
Yeah, there's one. Probably can't be more than 20.
Okay, I lock eyes with them. Say, your faith is being tested, soldier. The lies around you can only be breached by your holy mights. Take up your weapon and carve your way out of this. Then you shall prove yourself to this great order, to the great abbot, and to the holy spark within you. I'm using my unholy persuasion to manipulate him.
Yeah, that I will let you roll for. 2d6 plus weird, please.
Hup. Lucked out. It's a 6.
Okay.
Oh no.
So
oh no.
what happens is the abbot, this immense man, broad-shouldered, bald, and I'm not going to recount it all out loud, but what he says could best be described as an incredibly well rehearsed litany of hatred. What he says about demons, what he says about the 10-year-old standing side by side with you is so repulsive and so horrible that you know that these people believe in their heart of hearts they are going to try to do the right thing by killing him.
It's your shield, Morgan.
It slowly starts to fade, and I'm gonna make it stronger because I noticed that it fades, and I'm gonna scream, but I don't even know what I'm screaming at them. They're just words, and they're not making sense. And then this slowly fades, and I pass out.
Okay.
Zlobs, Darby, and Marcus, I want each of you to roll 2d6 plus tough to kick some butt.
10.
8.
11.
Okay. Let's describe how this all goes. The battle in here are between absolute fanatics that want to kill Marcus Snaggins and all of you that want to protect him. It is vicious, it is savage, it is a giant gun battle in a large warehouse. All around the collapsed electric witch, which, Marcus, you take damage trying to protect, and you kind of drag her across. Zlobs and Darby, you are it's spiked chain and flaming sword and flying and screaming and explosive ammunition. Zlobs, you drag Morgan to safety behind some boxes and stand up and realize that the abbot is there.
And I'm cut up. Like I have shrapnel.
Yeah, you're all harmed to dramatic effect. The battle back and forth with the abbot is savage. And at one point, after you piece him up badly, he kind of kicks you with this big armored boot.
Ow.
And says to you, Marcus, he says, "Know that you are an abomination."
I matter. I have the right to live my life. You're a bad person wearing a good person's mask. And I'm gonna quit!
Snag.
Is this what you want? Fine. Let's see what God has against mine. Ah!
And you dive and kind of grab him and sink your claws into his shoulders, and both of you phase through a wall. Zlobs, at this point, you and Darby have kind of subdued everyone else, and you just hear, like, big, loud, thunderous, explosions and screams behind the wall that was phased through. Marcus, 2d6 plus tough, please.
8. Yeah.
Okay. There's a great big explosion behind the wall.
The wall I just phased through, or a different wall?
Yes. And you come staggering out. And you kind of look, and Zlobs and Darby know from your face that you've dispatched the abbot. And you kind of stagger and take a knee and collect yourself when stepping through that hole is, and you don't know how he's alive, that very same abbot.
I'm going to also wake up.
And Morgan, at this point, you kind of pop up. And you see this, and you look at this, and you start readying like defensive electric magic, because the abbot's like coming in with like a big heavy fist. And it's around this moment that a gigantic broadsword etched with gold lettering of the word Tizona rips through the abbot's stomach and slices down through the side of his leg.
Oh.
And standing behind him as he collapses is a man wearing tactical clothing and a big silver smiling harlequin mask, and carrying the broadsword of El Cid.
What?
He takes off his mask. That is Pythias from hell.
Hi, Pythias.
Oh, that's
not up here. My social security card says John Prince.
Did you just kill that person?
I did.
Oh.
No, that's all right, my young friend.
This is new to me.
I hand Snaggins the hot dog bag.
Yes, it's gross and heavy now.
Are there still some of
cute
the
bag.
acolytes in the room just subdued?
Yeah.
I nod to John Prince at Pythias, and then I take my flaming sword and I start carving holy glyphs, like carving the glyphs that are there into new ones that it's actually all gibberish, but they don't know that.
Yeah.
And after I carve new ones, point my sword at all of them and say, "Warriors of God, you have been released from your duties. Should you so much as touch another holy or demonic being, the holy word has been written. You will have sentenced yourselves to hell."
John Prince nods. Aptly done, my friend. He walks up to you, Marcus, kind of looks you in the eyes, hands you a very nice business card on real nice cardstock, thick, embossed letters. Parents are alive and well. Have they given you the talk?
They gave me part of it, sir.
Good. I'll talk to you soon. And he slaps you on the shoulder. He looks at all of you. Looks like these knights have been subdued. I'll clean up around here, make sure that all the records and security footage are disposed of. I've got another hour before my afternoon revenue call at the Foundation.
Foundation. You're working at a charitable place?
Yes. It's about making a difference.
John, I feel like the world is becoming more and more gray.
Every single day, my young friend.
Tell Unity
worry.
we said hello.
Hmm?
Tell Unity we said hello.
I
Maybe tell her
certainly
we
will.
did okay.
I will. Best get along. 2 doors down, I heard voices. I think those are the teammates you're looking for.
Thank you.
And yeah, you kind of run back through the heavy metal door. It closes behind you, and the door is heavy enough that you don't hear the screams of vivisection.
Oh.
Yeah, Pythias isn't going to let these demon hunters live.
No.
He's
Tried.
a devil. So, Snaggins, Marcus Snaggins, what is your preferred lunch?
Oh, my parents really got into Japanese cooking at one point, so I actually really like the little bento boxes that have like grilled chicken and a small salads and like a little bit of miso paste you can mix with hot water to become a soup. It's like a bunch of different flavors all at once.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like it's like it tells a story. It's like
Yeah.
Marcus really likes food that tells a story.
You're thinking about that meal for some reason, as just the comfort of it as you all run down the hall and throw open this padlocked door that Morgan, you like electrocute the lock off of, and all of your teammates are in there.
Do I see myself in there?
You do not. And boy, do they all have a story to tell. Backyard of the Snaggins house, the picnic table that was set up back there. Zlobs, Morgan, Darby, and Marcus sit around 4 homemade bento boxes, eating and laughing and playing the game of do you remember? Oh my God, remember when you did this? Oh, I can't believe it. And you all raise upside down Capri Suns to Snag's first mystery.
To Snag.
Roll it.